to day 10. I'm so excited. We're already on week 2. For those of you that have made it this far, congrats. You're doing amazing. So today you probably received an email about Satya. And basically it just means truthfulness. So throughout this practice, just being mindful of your body. It's very similar to ahimsa when it comes to your mat. Just letting yourself do only what you can do and trusting yourself to know when it's time to just maybe rest or not go as deep. And yeah, you've got this. So I'm gonna ask you all to just lay down on your mat and get comfortable. I'm gonna put some music on and I just want you to just take a few minutes just to relax. We have busy lives, so I just want all of you to relax just for a few minutes, okay? Okay, so laying down on your mat, I just want you to start observing your breath here. Not trying to change it in any way. Noticing the rise of your belly on the inhales and the lowering on the exhales. Grounding into your mat and just letting yourself be. We live so much of our lives on the go. Just take this time to relax your body. Maybe you'd like to take this time to set an intention for your practice. It could be something in regards to this fitness challenge, or maybe it's something more personal. What brought you to your mat today? Flexibility, maybe self-love, or just taking some time for yourself. Reaching your hands up overhead, interlacing your hands and giving yourself a nice deep stretch, pulling your arms away and your feet away in opposite directions. And release. And on your next inhale, stretching back out again in opposite directions. And exhaling to relax. Walking your feet to the right side of your mat, bringing your left foot over your right ankle, and then walking your hands over to the right side of your mat. Grab your left wrist with your right hand for a little bit of an extra stretch. I'm just breathing in and out here. You should feel a really nice stretch on that left side. Remaining closed in the eyes. I forgot to mention that throughout this practice, close your eyes at any time. It really helps us to relax and come inwards. Releasing your wrists and your ankles, begin to walk over to the left side of your mat. Bringing your right foot over your left ankle, and then just grabbing your right wrist with your left hand for another nice stretch. And releasing, coming back to the center of your mat. Bring your knees into your chest and begin to just rock back and forth. Maybe closing back down in the eyes. Feeling a nice massage on that lower back. Coming back to stillness, begin to drop your knees over towards the left side of your mat. And as you make T-arms, making sure that your shoulders are grounded into the mat, bringing your gaze over to your right hand. And engaging in your core to bring your knees back up to center. Begin to then drop them over to the right side of your mat. If you can't do that, just using your hands to guide your knees. And bringing your gaze to the left hand. Making sure that your shoulders are grounded into your mat. And again, engaging in your core to just help bring your knees back up into the center, giving yourself one more little hug. And bringing your feet down to the ground, we're going to come into bridge. So if you do have a block, feel free to grab it. If not, no worries. So walking your feet in towards your bum, your fingers should be able to just tickle your ankles. I'll just show you here for those of you who have a block. When you press your feet into your mat and lift your hips up, you can either bring it flat ways or long ways to the sacrum of your back or lower back, and then just release into your block. For those of you that don't have a block, you can either use your hands and make kind of like an L shape and hold right about where your hips are, or you can roll your shoulders under and interlace your fingers behind your back. So whatever one works for you today, you can come into. So inhale, pressing your feet into the mat, lifting your hips up towards the sky, either bringing a block underneath or rolling your shoulders under, interlacing your hands, and bringing your pinkies towards the mat. Making sure your neck stays long. You don't want it crunched up. It just should be resting nice and long. Sometimes too, one thing I like to do, if you don't have the block underneath and you have a block, is to put the block between your legs and press in, or just pretending you have one in there. And begin to let go of your hands or your block from under your back, and slowly roll back down one vertebrae at a time towards your mat. Rocking your knees back and forth here. Just windshield washing your legs out here. We'll come into one more bridge. So again, you can either use your block or interlace your hands behind your back. Underneath your back. So inhale, pressing your feet into the mat as you lift your hips up towards the sky. Either placing a block underneath your back for a restorative pose, or interlacing your hands below your back. Taking one more deep breath in here. And then begin to slowly lower your body back down towards the mat, one vertebrae at a time. And again, just windshield washing your feet and knees back and forth. So now, if you have a block or a pillow, bringing it to that back sacrum to help you push your feet up towards the sky. Letting your back ground into the ground. Coming into a nice inversion. If you don't have a block, it's completely fine to just lift your legs up like this, or a pillow will help too, just under your lower back. I prefer the block myself, but it's just whatever works for you. And then bringing your knees down slowly, maybe removing your block. Lengthening out here. Just taking a deep breath in and releasing out through your mouth. And coming up onto your mat to sit. We're going to do a little bit of a wrist stretch since we've probably been doing a lot of sit-ups and things like that. So when you're in table, with your shoulders stacked over your wrist, knees stacked under your hips, making sure your hands are spread wide, turn your hand in to face towards your knees. And this will just give you a nice little wrist stretch. You may want to move slightly forward and then pull back. Very gentle here. It's just a nice, gentle wrist stretch for you. And just lightly rocking back and forth. And And then coming back into tabletop. Bringing your foot out to the side. You can come into a supported side plank, bringing your left hand up towards the sky if you like, or keeping it on your hip here, and just leaving your knee down. If you are looking for something more, you can come into a full side plank, but we are being a little bit more restorative today, so. And then releasing, coming back into tabletop. Engaging in that core again. Bring your right foot back so it's planted on the parallel to the back of your mat. And then raise your arm up towards the sky or to your hip. Maybe your gaze stays down towards the ground, or it may come up towards your top hands. And coming back to your tabletop, spread your knees wide, bringing your toes to touch, and then bring your bum back to kiss your heels as you walk your hands forward into a child's pose, letting your head drop here and just rolling back and forth on your forehead. And just relaxing in here. If you want to use your pillow here, this is a great spot to just really relax into your child's pose. Coming back up, getting rid of your pillow if you have your pillow. Crawl up to the top of your mat. And coming into a little ball here. Lifting, coming up on pointy tippy toes here. Lift your left foot up and release. Lift your right foot up and release. And then maybe both feet can lift up so you're balancing on your bum. If not, no worries, just doing what you can do. And then when you're ready, just letting yourself roll back and coming into your Svasana. So closing down in the eyes, spreading your legs to the width of your mat, letting your feet just hang heavy. Maybe you want your pillow under your knees or under your head. Opening your hands up to the side, palms facing up. Coming back to your breath here. Maybe noticing if it's changed since the start of class, or if it's the same.
Trust what you know, not what you think you know, but what you know truly deep in your heart. We often know the truth long before we let ourselves see and believe it, long before we're ready to acknowledge it. For many reasons, like fear or timing, we ignore and discount what we know in our heart. But the truth doesn't go away. If we try to run from that truth, our experiences will ultimately lead us back to it. Life may bring us many issues we want to run from. issues that are a challenge. But the real challenge we face is learning to trust ourselves and trust what we know to be true. Your heart can be trusted. Don't doubt it. It will inevitably connect you to what's true. Love yourself enough to trust what you know. Then stay connected to the truth. Begin to bring awareness back into your fingertips and your toes, giving them a little wiggle. Maybe rocking your head slowly from side to side. And begin to turn onto your side into a fetal position, using your arm as a pillow for your head. Staying closed in your eyes. Taking in these last moments of gratitude as you begin to make your way to a seated position on your mat. I want to thank you all for coming out and sharing your practice today. I'm so proud of all of you for making it to week 2. The light that resides in me honors, adores, and loves the light that resides in all of you. Namaste.